Hey guys, I hope you are doing well today. It is Saturday, the day after Good Friday. And on Good Friday, of course, we're all quarantined. So we drove by my mom and them's to glance at them from afar. And Hadley didn't have a lot of school to do, so that was awesome. That was a blessing to me, I think, more than her. But anyway, so last night, I've been really wanting to do some home improvement projects around here. I feel like I have more time here, and I don't think that's necessarily it. I think I'm just taking more time here and not going anywhere else. My time's not spent anywhere else but home or at work. So, why not do some home improvement while you're here? It really needs to be done, and Jake and I are bad about procrastinating. We want our house to look nice. We want our house to be clean constantly. We want to have, my version of my updated home the way I like it. And I'm kind of at the age now to where I'm kind of like, I don't really care about fads and stuff. If I like it, then that's great. But if I don't, I'm not gonna, I'm just past that. I want to do it how I like it and how it's comfortable for us to live. So, saying that, I told you guys about my countertops, and I will, you've either seen the video or you will see the video about that shortly. But last night, I bit off a big chunk of home improvement. So, I have to give you the backstory. Basically, when, Jake and I started dating, the first Christmas I got him a dog. It was a pit bull dog, but she was the best dog we've ever had. Our weenie dog is not as well behaved as that pit bull was. So whatever you hear about pit bulls, that's not always true. It's how they're raised. So ask anybody who has a pit bull that doesn't raise them crazy, and they'll tell you the same thing. But I say that to say she was 14 when she passed. She passed in 2018 while Jake was in the hospital about dying from pneumonia. And she was our baby for a long time before we had Hadley, and she had just gotten so old, and she was a big dog, so like her hips and stuff had just gotten really bad, and she couldn't get up anymore. So my father-in-law, being the saint that he was that day, kind of took care of her for us, took her to the vet, and they took care of her. And we still miss her. We still have pictures of her up on the refrigerator. Like, we really miss her. But she had gotten to where she was incontinent. Like, if we were gone from home to like work or whatever, she couldn't hold her TT in. So she would go to one spot in my foyer. And in our house, I'd have to show you. I'll insert a picture here. For the foyer picture before. So you see it was all carpeted right there, and then there's like a strip of wood floor that goes from the kitchen like down the hallway. It was like a high traffic area. Instead of putting carpet there, they put the hardwood down. Hardwood is beautiful. Some hardwood is beautiful. I don't care for it just because of the upkeep, and it's wood, so it's finicky, or it can be, and I would just rather have tile or concrete. It's just easier that way. You could throw some rugs down and be done. But she had TT'd in the floor a lot, and I had gotten to where, I have a carpet cleaner. It's old, but I have one, and it had gotten to where I was doing it all the time when she had gotten older. And anyway, when we got Jingle, she was a puppy, so of course she smelled where TT was. No matter how much I cleaned it, she could still smell it, and that's where she would go. So I got enzyme cleaners. I clean with these natural products. I clean with straight up like Lysol. It might get the smell out for a little bit, but then it would always come back. And then I started here recently, I was cleaning my carpet with bleach, y'all. Bleach. So strong that it would make my eyes water. Like, I'd have to take a break every once in a while. We'd have to clear the house. I was like, this is ridiculous. So what ended up happening was It's just, I just cleaned it a couple weeks ago. And you know, when you use a carpet cleaner, your carpet stays wet for a while. Well, mine never dried. Never dried. Like, we could still walk on it like yesterday and it would still be damp. And I did this like a month ago. And I would open that door to let the sun in, thinking maybe, I don't know, maybe it's just too small of a space. Maybe I put too much liquid in there. But anyway, needless to say, it just smelled. Like, it didn't even smell clean anymore. The last time I cleaned it, normally it would have that bleach smell. It would go away and it wouldn't have really a smell, to us anyway. It wouldn't stink, but it wouldn't have, you know, a bleach smell. And anyway, it just stunk. It stunk. I don't know how else to explain it. It was embarrassing. Like, thank God we're in a quarantine right now, because if people were to come over to my house, they'd be like, your house smells like dog pee, Lacey. I'm big on smells. If you know me, smells are my thing. I don't want to stink. I don't want my house to stink. I don't want my kid to stink. My husband to stink. I just don't like it. So, last night, I was like, you know, I wonder, I've been watching all these videos on YouTube about how to pull your carpet up. Like, a couple weeks now, we've been always going to replace it, but I've really been the past couple weeks because of the smell. I even put the sprinkle stuff in my carpet, y'all. It just didn't work. Not that it wouldn't work normally, because I put it on the rest of my carpet and it's fine, but that carpet is just different. And there's a piece of carpet in my dining room, my extra living, whatever that room is. I use it for like an extra living room, playroom in my office where I teach. There's a part in that that's the same way. So I guess I'm going to have to rip that up too. But anyway, I pulled one edge of the carpet up last night. Like, before Jake got home from work, I just got a wild hair. It's like, I'm going to do it to look at the concrete underneath. Because our house does need leveling. Like, we need to have someone come out and fix the foundation. We have a slab foundation. And it's not terrible, but it's not great. And I just don't want to take out a loan for it. And I don't have the cash out front to pay for it right now. So, it's on hold. But I didn't want to pull the carpet up if there was like cracks in the concrete or something. So, and that was one of the places that he said that would probably need to be leveled. And I was concerned about it. So anyway, pulled it back. There's no crack in the concrete, y'all. So last night I told Jake, I was like, look, they have rugs on sale on Wayfair. And I'll put the link below to the rug that I got. It's coming in Wednesday, I think. But it's just a runner. I measured the area to see how long of one I would need. And I paid like $60 for it, y'all. And normally, I have not been able to find a runner under $100. Like, one that I liked anyway. So, I ordered that. Jake was like, I don't care what you do. I said, look, because we try to do a version of the Dave Ramsey. I don't want to spend like $60 or $70. And anything over like $25, we always ask each other, just because it's just our thing. And I didn't want to just spend $60 and be like, hey, I spent $60 today. For what? Oh, I'm ripping up the carpet on a runner. You know, he'd be like, maybe you should have talked to me about that. That's kind of a big project to do, Lacey, and then not go over it with me. So he was like, I don't care what you do. I was like, okay, great. So today, my mom and them were coming by to drop off Hadley and Easter Happy, like in the yard, like slide it to us from a distance and then leave. Excuse me. And so she was going to bring me the paint stuff that I needed. I asked her if I could borrow some painting supplies that they had extra, and they said yeah. So they were bringing me those too. Y'all, they brought me, and I started prepping my kitchen wall for paint today. Like sanding the wall down, washing it down, like stripping some of the paint down that had like buckled from the house settling. I mean, it's old paint. I don't know what kind they painted with, but it would just peel off. So anyway, I'd prepped the wall for that. And then I was like, well, while I'm waiting on them, I'll just rip the rest of this carpet up. One, it's not as easy as it sounds. It's not. It's really not. And then there's tack strips you got to worry about that are in the concrete. So you have to go around and like pry those up off the ground. Now I'm going to show you a picture because I kind of forgot about filming the process. But I showed you the before picture of what it looked like. Now I'm fixing to show you the current picture. Okay, y'all, so obviously this is just the walls. There's the floor. Here is the mess that is, can you see that? That's the mess of the tack strips, and it's everywhere. And look, you guys, you see this nastiness right here? This is that powder stuff you put in your carpet and you think you're vacuuming up. That was underneath the padding, not underneath the carpet, underneath the padding. So yeah, it's been a job, but I'm doing it. And once it's finished, once I'm finished with it, I will show you guys. I'm going to like mop it up, try to clean it up. It already smells so much better in here, y'all. And look, I gotta show you this. Some of these pieces were like dry rotted, and it could have been just because, you know, it could have been just because it's old, but they're black. Let me see if I can get it. Let's see if I can show them to you. Do y'all see those? Can y'all see that? It's supposed to be like this color. It's this color. Kind of gross. 1 second. Sorry guys, we Hadley knocked a board over that had nails in it by accident. It was fine. She was fine. Nothing happened. I was just trying to explain to her that it's not safe to be right there where I am. So just stay in the living room or go in my bedroom. Anyway, so guys, yeah, this is what I got myself into. When Jay comes home today, y'all, he's gonna be like, "What in the world did you do?" Now there's an echo, and I can still smell it a little bit, but I think once I mop the floor and stuff and the wood is gone, I think that it's going to be so much better. I'm going to feel so much better about it, y'all. But the concrete does have places on it where it's like different spots, like different colors. But I know there's tons of YouTube videos out there where you can buff that out, or we kind of like rustic stuff, so just stain over it. We'll see. I just wanted to keep you guys updated. Okay, this is what, don't pay attention to that door. I know I've got to clean it, but anyway, this is it now. I know the floor doesn't look great. It doesn't, but it smells so much better. And once we sand all this kind of stuff out, all that paint droppings and stuff, all that's going to be easy to come up. And once we do all that, I think it'll be so much easier and so much better in here. Maybe stain, because it looks like the floor will take stain really well, because I mopped in here also and it's still wet, like right there, just like with some vinegar and some natural odor killers pretty much. I mopped in here and it smells so much better, and it soaked into the floor pretty good. So from what I saw on YouTube last night, when you're testing your floor to see if it will just accept the stain, you pour like water on it, and if it puddles, then it has some kind of sealant on it. But if it doesn't, then that means it'll just soak in the stain great. But I guess if it has the sealant on it, then you have to maybe sand it off or something. I don't really know. I didn't get into that, because I was like, I'm not even there yet. I don't even know if I can pull the carpet up. So let's just see. But I'm very pleased with how this turned out for a demo project, basically. And I'm hoping it'll be a slow go, but I'm hoping now that we started one, then it's just going to be one thing after another. Now, the other room that's right here next to it, that's a pretty big room. I'm not going to be able to tackle that by myself. So, because this carpet was heavy for this little bitty room. So anyway, you guys, that was it. I think I'm going to start going to try to paint now. It is after 5 o'clock, but Jake most of the time doesn't get home until like 9, so maybe I can have a wall painted and the carpet ripped up by the time he gets home. So anyway, guys, we'll see. We'll talk to you later.